much, ladies and gentlemen. So I chose this topic because this oil palm for Indonesia is quite important, because this is one of the highest yielding crop in Indonesia, and also a major income for so many smallholders in Indonesia. But unfortunately, it is also quite controversial, because in the international world, it was also seen as one of the drivers for deforestation in Indonesia. So I would like to bring these issues to all of you, and please pretend yourself as a hostile audience who are really wants to strangle me because we are so-called representing the evil corporate who are defending the oil palm developments and looking only for profits, right? So I will be the PR public relations of the corporate who are advocating the development for oil palm. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen,
yeah, I think you push something there.
it's okay. So ladies and gentlemen, as you know, oil palm is it's an important crop in Indonesia, not only because of the income that it brings for so many smallholders in Indonesia, and also for the people of Indonesia, but also for the world, because it contributes to about 45% of the global oil needs that is needed by the world, and those supply can really makes the life it's much easier for many people in the different parts of the world. So if you have never seen an oil palm tree before, here it is. Have you ever seen this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Have you ever touched the fruit?
Never.
Never, right? So it's such a pity for Indonesian, because this is one of the miraculous crop that is a gift from our gods for Indonesia. The fruit is this big, and it will weigh about 50 kilos. And from it we can harvest the oil, and from the oil we can produce so many things, including the cooking oil, and also cosmetics. You probably might not know, cosmetics. About 50% of the products in supermarkets contains palm oil right now, including your cosmetics, ice cream, chocolate, all foods, and also in the future we will also foresee a biodiesel in our fuel as well. So here are the allegations of the palm oil industry. We are seen as the main driver for deforestation, because Indonesia is the lung of the world, and the function of tropical forests is very important for the sustainability of our humanity. So to plant oil palm tree, we need land, and of course those land could be in the expense of the tropical forests in Indonesia. But what I would like to try to present the data for you is about the Indonesian forest, the state of the forest in Indonesia, which brings me to the next slides. So if you see the context of Indonesian land area, it actually consists of 187 million hectares, and the forest area in Indonesia is already 44 plus 26%. So indeed, Indonesia has a dominant area of forest, which is very substantial for our livelihood. And the palm oil plantations, which was alleged to be the main drivers for deforestation, actually only consist of 3.89% of the total land area. So looking at this data, actually we can argue that actually palm oil impact to deforestation is quite minimal, because we only stands for 3.89% of the total land area, but we supply for 45% of the global oil demand. So in order to actually looking at this data, actually palm oil is also could be the key solutions for the future sustainability of this world, because this tree produces more oil than any other crops. The next competitor for oil palm, is soybean, and the soybean yield for oil is 10 times less than the oil palm tree. So if you want to have a more sustainable livelihood, don't stop the buying the oil palm, because if you substitute the palm oil with soybean, you will need 10 times area more, and that will be at the expense of our tropical forests. So if you want to act more responsibly, buy only for sustainable palm oil, but don't boycott for the palm oil products. That would be my public relations speech. So my time is up. So if you have any questions, I would really love to answer your questions and clarify about